All right, thank you. So, so it's kind of he's told you a bit about what he's doing and why he needs a placement and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you know?
That Connor basically needs some work experience.
Yeah.
And what we do is similar to what he'd need to be involved in.
Yeah.
So that's a rough idea of what I've got.
Do you go into schools like PPA time?
Yeah, we're going to PPA time, extracurricular clubs,
Yeah.
All that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast after school,
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So it sounds great. And is it multi-sports? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I want to try and coach all different kinds of sports. Like, start off with it was just going to be football, but then I realised coaching, you need to have more than one sport to coach. So I think it's a good opportunity for me to do a Premier sport. So.
What qualifications have you got?
That's the thing, I don't have my level 1 or 2 yet in coaching, which I was hoping to do this year with like the college.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to prove.
Yeah.
I know I don't have the coaching qualifications, but I know I'm confident enough to.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll be fine doing this course.
I know that as well. Yeah. That's all right. That's right. Are you in many schools?
Yeah, I should know off the top of my head, but yeah, we are in quite a few. I mean, like today, there's 3 of us doing PPA.
Yeah.
And we've got 4 after-school clubs, and we had a breakfast club as well.
Yeah.
So that's just today. So yeah, we are. Yeah. So we are all over the place, really.
Fantastic. You don't drive, do you?
No.
So how are you going to work? How's that going to work? Do you think?
To be fair, if he was going to do work experience, there's 2 lads. There's 2 of us who live in Bar Hill who do pretty much full time. So he could either come with me or could go with my other full-time coach. So that wouldn't be an issue, if I'm honest.
Yeah, fine.
Because Connor would be with someone else, is that right? Is it kind of really up to us?
It could feel, from my point of view, because he's now away from like the A levels and this is like the equivalent to first year university, I want them to take complete ownership with you guys and just work out what works. And that's why I'm here, really, to make sure that we can make that arrangement.
Yeah.
And make sure like you're not going to have him doing 20 hours unpaid, and make sure he's not just going to be sitting there on the gate doing registers and stuff, because he could have done that last year or 2 years ago. Yeah. So just to make sure it works, really. I mean, I guess you're probably going to need him to be supervised to start with.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm honest, have you done any coaching before?
I have with like football teams. Like I've helped Andrew Barrett's team out sometimes, the under 11s. Is it under 11s, under 12? You know Andrew Barrett's team. But I know the gist of what you have to do, really.
You've done more. What did you do in college as well? You'd have done stuff on your course the last 2 years, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I've done my own sessions, and when we went to do a sports day at disabled school in Grant, I run a sports day session for them. So I've worked with disabled kids as well, so I sort of know like how to act around kids and with disabilities as well. So
brilliant. That's perfect. That's fine. You know, if he's got that already, he knows how to act in schools.
Yeah.
Because if I'm honest, we have had 1 or 2 people who have come and done work experience. Not at this age. We've had it like 14, 15. They have no idea how to act, so like their language and stuff, the way they dress. So at least he's been into schools and knows the basics. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like an etiquette going into a school. You know.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to sit at the back and just listen. I'll get involved.
That's good, because it is what you take from it. And these guys might do work experience on a Wednesday, but they might have a shift going on a Thursday.
Oh no, I'd be more than happy to.
And if you're doing really well, then they could, instead of them having to recruit, it saves them time and effort and money, because they can say, well, we could give Connor that. So it is in your interest to do that.
Exactly. That would be brilliant. Because I also only like to recruit people who I've trust. Yeah. Because obviously it's my business in the day. Yeah. I don't want to send any.
Have you got the franchise? Have you?
Yeah. So like mine is from like Bar Hill up to like say Huntingdon.
Right.
So all the schools in that area we can go in and sell. Yeah. And then there's obviously one from like Bar Hill down to Cambridge, and then they're all over the place. Yeah. Okay. So like I say, it's my business. I can't go having someone going in messing it up. My reputation just doing that. So I'd like to recruit someone who I trust. Yeah, so if Connor does well, then definitely there's opportunity.
Is there that sort of progression that
100%? Yeah, 100%.
Because that's what we want. Every placement, ideally, I would like to lead to not full-time employment, but casual hours, whatever it might be, 0-hour contracts. Just because it's the world, isn't it? You go in, you do a bit. Look good on your thing.
That's
so what is your availability then for like?
Obviously, I'll go to college on Monday and Tuesdays. And then I'm free Wednesday, Thursday and Fridays within the day, but I have a part-time job in the night, which is not a problem because you don't really do.
No, what time do you start?
5:30.
What do you do?
Waiter at college, but obviously...
In town?
Yeah.
In one of the colleges in town? What, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yeah. Well, I do Mondays as well, but I might not do one of those days because we've got to fit in college work as well. So.
What time would after school club start?
3:30. Well, we ideally want the coach to be there at 3.
Yeah.
Because I can say if I've done work experience on Wednesday, I don't have to go. I can stop work on a Wednesday night if it means to do this. Then it's not a big problem.
Yeah. Well, at least I know what your availability is because, like, for example, tomorrow afternoon we've got a session where there's like 40 children. So like, I need at least 3 coaches there. Yeah. So for example, that'd be perfect to have you there because I'm there. Yeah. You could see what we do and all that kind of stuff. So.
That'd be brilliant. I don't mind if you need me for tomorrow to help you out. Or...
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
When you go into, is it just really, for want of a better term, babysitting and putting clubs on, or is there actual coaching that goes on? Is it just facilitating stuff?
No, to be fair, you can tell the kids who are there because their parents have sent them there because they need looking after, and that is very frustrating because you'll have to say like, I know 12 children who want to do football, and you've got 3 who are just there because they've just been sent there. So you've got to kind of like differentiate it so much because they want to do it and they are just kind of there. They've got no interest in it.
So how would you deal with that then? You've got a group of 15 kids, 12 of them want to play football, but 3 of them, mum and dad, work in London, so they're not coming home, they can't get home till late, so basically you've just got to look after them.
How would you try and get involved? I'll mix the teams up so that they're involved with, say, the players that you know are confident footballers, you put them in with them and maybe ask them to help the kid out without knowing, like I've asked them to, so they get involved. Because they might not have a good confidence level to play football if they're just sent there. So mum and dad's want to be sent there, they might not want to get involved.
What about if they're messing about, disrupting your session?
Maybe ask them to sit out, I don't know. Would you ask them to sit out? Or?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I know my coaches do have them sit out, but from the way I manage it, I try and make sure they don't sit out because they've only got limited time with us anyway.
That's true,
so if they're sitting out, they get no time whatsoever. So I try and keep them involved as much as they can. If they keep on being disrupted, then I would. But the more you try and keep them involved, keep them buzzing, then hopefully they will stay involved. Yeah, exactly. But it's just managing the kids, and the more you do it, the better you'll. Yeah, definitely.
So even if when I just look over one of your sessions, just so I get a gist of how your company works, then it'll help me a lot. So then I'll be able to. Get started straight away.
I think if you did this last year as a level 3 student, I'd expect you to probably say, well, little Jimmy, you can sit out because you're messing about now, but you're taking it up a level and it is about people management. Yeah, you can work with the kids and give them something, maybe a slightly different task, just keep them involved, keep them active.
But even like refereeing or something like that, or or even if you've got 2 kids who are not disrupted but who are struggling, you could say, for example, if Jimmy scores or little David score, it's worth 3 goals, something like that. So then they try and keep them involved by passing it to them, and all that kind of stuff. Little things like that, just to.
That's exactly the type of skills you need to be getting in your armoury, rather than just saying, sit out and stop messing around. Whatever. That's easy. Anyone can do that, can't they? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. So what we're looking for really is a minimum of 20 weeks worth of placement.
Okay. Minimum, yeah?
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
But I fully expect them to. The course is 30 weeks.
Okay.
And they're in week 2 now, so if he wants to do 28 weeks, no problem with that whatsoever. You're gaining from it at the end of the day, aren't you? Yeah. We've said for equivalent of 1 shift. Now, I don't quite know how that would work with you. Like,
how do you mean?
Well, like for the guys that are in a sports centre, they're doing like an 8-hour shift of an evening or something.
I see.
Doing 8 hours of after school clubs, that's like Monday to Friday probably, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
It's difficult to work out, but
then if, like tomorrow, I'm at Willingham Primary School from about 11 till 5:30.
Yeah.
So
it's almost a shift, isn't it?
Exactly. And then like say then he did like this afternoon a club and Friday afternoon a club, then you're looking at like 8 hours there anyway.
Well, the Thursday would be sufficient probably.
Oh really?
It would probably be enough. 6. How much of that time is coaching?
7:15 till 12, so an hour. Then lunchtime another hour. Then 2 PPA lessons, 6 hours. Yeah.
6 out of 6.5.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. That would be more than enough.
So would you not want him to do any more then?
Not from a work experience point of view. If you want to do whatever, employ him, then fine.
But from your point of view,
that I would say that's enough for a shift.
Okay.
For 6 hours, I'll be putting too much on the guys if I ask them to do.
No, that's fine.
Too much. I think. Are you happy to do it on a one day like an intensive rather than spread it the same amount over 3 days.
Oh yeah, that's better for me.
Probably makes life easier.
Gives me more time to do my work as well.
Block your time out, can't you? And say that's what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, if Danny's there as well, you can.
Yeah, it's handy that he lives in the village, and I can.
Yeah, it makes life easier.
But then,
to start,
but like I said, I do finish at 5:30. So yesterday I got in at like 10 to 6. So I'm doing that. You'll work on a Thursday.
I'll be honest with you, they're pretty chilled with that. I can, not that I come in late. I can work at a later time at 7. I can go in, so which is good.
Okay, I just want to let you know.
Yeah,
so you're not struggling.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you want to,
this is more important. So.
Yeah, you do need it for your course, don't you?
Yeah.
So, are you alright to sort that out?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
Brilliant.
I mean, I think they'd be good as well because it's a nice school. I've been there for ages now, so if I was going coming along, they'd also like treat him like they treat me. So it'd have a good, relationship as well. So.
Yeah. Do the PPA? Do you know what PPA means? No. What do you think it means? Or ask the question if you're not sure.
What's it mean?
Basically, teachers get allocated PPA time throughout their week. And it's planning, preparation and assessment. That's basically when they've got time to plan their lessons, mark their books, all that kind of stuff. They get given a certain amount of time, but they are out of the class. So someone's got to take their class, so we go in, and there might be a music teacher as well, and we cover their class while they're out.
Okay.
So I might do an hour of PE, and then the second hour might be a music woman coming in, or something like that.
All right.
So we call it PPA time, but it's PE lessons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what we're covering.
Okay.
So the teacher's not there, so we're in charge of the children.
Okay. Yeah.
So
does that differ from an after-school club? What do you expect from your staff and stuff?
Well, like for example, for PPA lessons, the PE lessons, I make the kids call me Mr. Carminati.
Yeah.
And then for an after-school club, they call me Danny. So they've got that, difference of, and in school time, he's Mr. Carminati, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
After school, he's Danny, he's a bit more relaxed, it's a bit more fun-based. And like the PE lessons, you do it for after-school clubs as well, but it's, they've got learning objectives and you want them to learn something, sometimes an after-school club, again, it might be a little bit more relaxed. It's a bit babysitting and stuff sometimes, so you want to just keep everyone active, keep everyone engaged.
Yeah.
So there's a massive difference. So, and you'll see that,
Okay,
the children must be listening to it all times, you try and make it fun. The after-school club is just a lot more, relaxed.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
I guess the numbers are perhaps bigger in PPA sessions?
Yeah, like you'll have probably between 26 and 32, 33 for a lesson, because that's a class.
Okay.
Whereas after school club, you might have 8, you might have 16. It can vary. Yeah, massively. Yeah. But like say tomorrow, at Willing we've got 40. That's why we have extra coaches. So you have like 15 in a group or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So because obviously I can't have 40 kids on my own.
Yeah.
Because there'd be a massive range. Because we've got like year 1s to year 6s. So be one person having like year 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s, 5s and 6s.
Okay,
so you have to keep it age. Yeah.
Right.
So.
And do you like operate to a scheme of work or something, so you know what they're doing each week, or is
what for the after school clubs? Or
yeah, or would he have a bit of freedom? Well, both really. Or would kind of have some freedom, perhaps plan some sessions and do.
To be honest, for the after school clubs, if I've done shooting 1 week, because I try and keep it. Say we're doing shooting, I'll try and keep everything involved in shooting, whether it be the warm up, the main session, the game at the end, something. I'll try and make sure it's always about shooting. That's what we've been working on. But then if you were then to do the session the week after, if you were to do shooting again, they might be, I did this last week. So try and mix it up.
Okay, yeah.
But for our PE lessons, we do have a scheme of work that we follow, that we have lesson plans. So, I've got my own lesson plans, but if you want to have a look at them and then either change it, or like I say, can you do something similar or something for hockey? This is a football one, can you do one for hockey?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Because that would be great doing that sort of stuff, because you can keep those, keep a record of them. So when you come to do your portfolio of evidence, you've got them all, and then you can keep them as well.
Yeah.
So when you go into other schools or whatever you might do afterwards, you're always going to use them, aren't you?
Yeah.
But that's the difference. Last year, you might have looked at Danny's session card and delivered the session, but now you can probably make your own.
Yeah.
It's not even adapted. It's a blank piece of paper.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make your own and know exactly what needs to be done. Yeah, so that's important in schools, because you have to follow schemes of work all the time. All right. Yeah. So you haven't really. If it says hockey on there, you're not going to go and do rugby.
No.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you're doing the right thing. Yeah. And the only other thing I said to the guys, obviously, it's not paid, so they'd have no cost for kit or anything like that. Are you all right to sort him out with a
no problem.
tracksuit
Yeah, no
and
problem.
stuff?
Yeah, that'd be absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And Thursday's all right with you?
Thursday, if that's fine with you, Danny.
It makes sense because I'm there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can take him there to and from. He's there all day, so like you said, it's not spread out. So from my point of view, it makes sense.
Okay.
And then also.